Oh, hi, my name is Alfred Winiecki. I'm Ealing-based jeweler. I have my own workshop and a shop. We are actually standing in a shop where I finish my jewelry, so I put them here and customers can come and choose the items. So in a shop, the customers have the privilege to come to me with the repairs or something new which they would like to have it. I have the pleasure to design quite a lot of engagement ring. Last year I think I've done about 15 engagement ring for the newly couples, and they were pleased, and from the engagement ring I had to then for them the wedding rings. They're usually very happy and they recommended me to the other friends. So subsequently, like I said, I had 15 people coming last year. This year I so far have 2 people. That's including my son, which is getting married as well. So from here, once when I take an order from someone, I go to my studio where I'm going to now create the new piece. This is a piece which I designed it for a quite big department stores in London called Butter and Wilson. We've designed it so it's both pieces are the same with the stones. This in this case is a ruby with gold and diamonds in it. It was ordered for one of the sheikhs in Saudi Arabia. He bought it about 24 pieces at the time. This is the place where I have been designing for last 40 years all my pieces. I probably designed it at least about 2-3,000 pieces. This is one of the customers' piece, which she lost quite a number of the pieces, stones from it, which I have to replace it. Now, to replace the stones, you have to find why the stones fall out. In this case, the grainers, which what we call grainers, which holds the stones, are usually wear off if someone wasn't careful enough. So they literally rub over, and in that way the diamond will fall out. In this case I have so few pieces here which I'm going to clean, redo the grainers and reset the pieces into the brooch. This brooch is probably 1930s 1920s piece, which actually if I will be lucky, I can actually dismantle into smaller pieces. Just have a look. In old days, we can do that as well, but in old days, to have a brooch consists of earrings and another brooches like this, which people were putting into their dresses, and the gallery, it's beautiful single brooch. Now this and that as well could be a shoe buckles, which some people were using as a shoe buckle. In this case I'm going to put it back. That gallery holds those pieces together, and in this case will be a brooch, but subsequently you actually as well can change it into a necklace. You're adding a chain from under here, you run a chain, and will be beautiful necklace. Beautiful. If you add it from here, a chain, and then close it, that won't wrap because it's very nice and smoothly highly polished, and the brooch or the pendant will be like this. Now, so once when I regrain the grainers, the claws, to easy understand, now I have to re-drill the holes to put the stone in. So to drill the holes, we used to do it by hand, literally do it piece by piece, but nowadays we have a machines, so we are a bit quicker at it. So basically I drill I don't know if you see it. Can you see it? You see, I drilled the centers. We have a specially cut now for 94 degrees, 45 degrees. The angle of the stones, most of the stones are cut at 45 degrees. Now I've cleaned all the stones, and once when I have them cleaned, I will be putting the stones in there like that. I will be using a grainer to put the diamonds. Is it visible? To put the diamonds and the grainers over the stones like that, basically pushing this. Yes. Now once when I have the stone in and the stone is sort of grained in, I make a nice round bowl by using this grainers. We call the grainers. It's a little tiny indentation in the hole where I can literally grab as a metal like this and go around and push it. I don't know if that's visible, but I can literally make a nice bowl or grainer. We call that grainers, which by pushing that the stones is in there, I actually set the stones. It's covering the stone. So one is done, then I do another one. Choose the right size. On those will be difficult to see. Yeah. So this one, let's do this one, the big one. That is visible, isn't it? So now I start like that. I push it and push it. Is that visible? Yeah. Once when I do the 4 grainers around, I turn it around as well, and I push it. You see, you notice that I'm doing from sort of bottom going up. So I push the metal, in this case silver, over the, or in this case actually it's a platinum, over the stone, and then I'm going to make a nice round grainer, which we call grainers. I don't want to use bowls because it doesn't sound very nice. Again, the 4th one, I start from the bottom and I'm going and then finishing with a nice smooth surface. And that's it. The diamond is sitting there. See? You're checking if the diamond is not falling out. It's sitting there. So I will now continue all of them. I have about 30 diamonds, the stones to put into the pieces, and the piece will be finished. So the other things, once when I design the piece, I make a mold in which I can cast it actually a piece. This is the mold after vulcanize. We put it in together, cut the grooves, cut the sprung where this metal will be flowing, and every piece will be coming out once when I put it into a casting machine. I've closed now, put it into this machine, close it, and I just switch it on. Everything at the moment won't work because there's no compressor, but anyway, that's the one. Once when I take it out, this is what I get. That's the pieces. That's a larger piece which was done for one of the films, and it was like a belt buckle again, and it's beautifully finished. Now we need it to be actually just polished, where we are polishing here on this machine. I switch the machine and physically polishing that. Afterwards we're going to solder the catches, and that will be it. The piece will be then all oxidized and put into the and will be sold to the customer, and customer hopefully will be happy. And another part of our business is engraving. I do engraving, hand engraving, and I do machine engraving. And I have another machine which is doing a pantograph machine. Which mostly I love to do hand engraving. This is where my passion is. And in this case, we just customer in the morning brought about 20 cups to be engraved, from as little as that to the cup which is as big as that, and there's one even bigger than that. So they have to be now polished and engraved the names on the back here, every cup. This is another cup. It's a pure silver cup. The first entry was 1924, which is very old cup for the cups. And this cup actually been quite abused. Like you see here on the stamp, it was twisted. It's not broken, but I have to take it out, all that, and make it nice and even as it was on that. You see, that one has got a nice stamp here, clean, without, as well as a pure silver cup in this case. But the cups sometimes lose the handles as well. So what we specialize is that we actually can solder them back as well. I haven't got one. I have actually one which lost the bottom. People are awarded and they taking them home, and some people are keeping them on the mantelpiece, but some people are keeping them, or the wives throw them away and they lose part of it. So when they come back after a year, they're missing pieces, so we can actually attach a new bottom to it. This is one of the other parts which I do, you see. It's a lovely cup, but unfortunately was a bit neglected. But once when I finish all that, there's a possibility that I will be able to rectify all that. Now once cup is engraved and nicely polished, it's attached to the marble. Marbles in this case is a black marble, and I engraved a plate which will come here like this. You place it like that and you glue it. That one will have a rivet attached to it and will come like that. So this is the finished cup. Once soon as that glued properly, will be finished cup. Like some of them have already attached the plinth. That's a plinth to the back. We're going to engrave the names now here. You see, they are nice small cups. You see, beautiful cups, and even as little as this one. I think that this is a sweet. You don't get nowadays these cups. This is pure silver as well, by the way. But it's really nice and sweet. This is now the finished product. Once has been finished, nicely polished, gilded, and set with the stones. That's how it looks. Now about to be packed, like in this case, this shield, which is already packed and ready to be sent to the customer. But in that case, it's not really finished, because this is how it's going to look with all those pieces attached, and that piece will be put on the star here in the center. So this chain consists of 17 pieces plus the center star with this lion, and it's going to be finished now as a necklace. This is actually going to a quite prestigious customer in a city, and I have to produce 24 pieces. And this is a part of it which which is going to be attached. Those pieces will be attached to these pieces, and that piece will be coming there. So I don't know if that's visible, but that's almost finished. There's the stones here which haven't been put on yet, but that will be the last. The other part, I have a customer from the shop which requested a pair of earrings. They are quite big earrings, and she chose the colors, and that's how they look. Another pair which I love, which I actually designed it myself, and one customer just chose to pick them, is this one. They look fabulous. The stones are different. The AB stones, the sort of multicolor stones. They're really showing off when you go to the parties and you have a nice dance with the lights and lights flashing on your ears, and the multi stones, there are really multiple colors on it, so the sparkling so much, probably better than diamonds. So this is a brief sort of what I've been doing, or what I do every day for last 40 years. I come to work with excitement. I'm not the type which think, oh, I have to go to work. I love it to come to work, because I do every day something different. I don't know which customer will come and what they're going to bring. Some will bring a simple chain to solder, but another one will give me a challenge where I actually love it. Then I'm actually putting my best achievements into it, and my creation. And some customers are so, because I sketch in front of them, so they worry what I've done it. They can't see it. But eventually, once when they've received the piece, they are flabbergasted. They're so over the moon that they are so been happy. I hardly ever had a customer which wasn't satisfied.